Go.
Holy smokes. Now, there was no specific signal for a proverbial pop. Was it Planeteer? The last basically one. I know AMD has earnings tonight. The big meg is already reported. Is it going to be AMD at the last A Lab, Mara? Is SMCI going to save things? No. So you had a lot of Mag 7 stocks report, okay? Was it Planeteer going to 200 reporting today? And then Kramer saying it was going to 250? It did bounce off the 21 day. Fine. Was it the fact that all these three triple ETFs, they were having 5-time ETFs? Actually, OKLO is 2 times. They're announcing 5-time ETFs. Was it the government shutdown? What catalysts remain going forward to propel anything better? That's what you have to look at. Okay. I don't know if it's just stock picking anymore. I will tell you this. It had been, can I say, a little bit on the easier side without getting uh, obnoxious? Sure. We rode this up all day long. But hold on. Rode this up all day long. How about this going in earnings? One of the bigger winners last quarter. NVTS from 7 to 18, gave it all back. Gap. Stock picking. Lilly keeps going. The US dollar at the high. Maybe that says something. Dale Pinker knows more about that than I do. The bottom line is what we do or what I do, and believe me, I didn't make it up. I didn't split the atom. I'm not that smart. I never will be. And that takes the pressure off me because I don't have time to figure out. And if I tried, I wouldn't anyway. But what we do is trying to, I mean, now you're going to have some chop. If not, Kramer, hold on a second, officially says we're in a bear market. He's not the judge and the jury. He has a high level opinion. I'll go to that in a second. Uh, Now the job is to take money at the market, not be right. No, I don't care if you're right, lucky. Who cares how you do it? As long as you do it. Okay. I said in TradeGateHub a couple of minutes ago, you got to beware. These are where trades turn into positions. Know what you're buying. And the most important quality, I think, or greatest one of them, maybe if the greatest, if you will, or the best that I possess. Sometimes you hear me say they're just a bunch of letters, numbers, and squiggly lines. Do I know that that's not true? No. Do I treat it that way? Maybe 51%. Maybe I do. I don't know. Is that if I'm in a stock now and it's down or whatever, I'm able to really put everything aside and say, if I wasn't in this position now, would I want to be in it, started or, readjust? That's why I maybe either add to a loser. I do it or cut it, cut them. I did it a couple of well today. Okay. Know the environment you're in. And this tells me what environment I am. I don't have to look at anything except this. The higher this goes, it's just the better I do. And that means less overnights and know your style. Sometimes the higher big that goes, people retract. It's too volatile to them. I get it. I'm gonna be honest with you. A great sailor's never learned to sail in calm waters. The best fishermen, didn't get out there and have fish jump in the boat, man. They got out there in rough seas. And then when there were no fish, they were happy with catching one. Could this be a reason for the sell-off? This happened overnight. All you have to do is scroll up and down TradeGateHub. What we give you stocks, everything from UNG, UUU had earnings, Kramer, winners, losers, upgrades, downgrades, Wall Street research, coach giving trades. You hit that red button. It's called the YouTube icon, and you get almost perform 8,000 subscribers. I remember we were at 3,500, coach. 1,700 videos twice a day. I put real money to work, millions. Doesn't mean I'm right. And there are bigger out there, better. They're bigger than me out there. And you get Always sharing my universe. That's a clean trade. Whatever that is, that's a clean trade. That's a nice trade. Yeah. Hedge funds are barely complete shit. Everybody's overweight, Mag 7. Second worst day of the year for Bitcoin, breaking it to 100,000. Walter Deemer, market might be about gaps now for entry points or exit points. Uber had earnings, like I said, in TGH. Stocks with range after earnings. Uber, Shopify, Spotify, HUT, $8 range from the bottom. Eight, below the day right here. 45 strike price. You look around again, 54. Give you $8. You don't have to catch all eight. It's not your job. Nobody, you never will. That's why it went up 8. You want to know why it bounced 8? Because no one thought it would. That's why it did it. Anyway, above the moving averages, we'll see. Range, earnings, price action, TGH, I can't even tell you what I did with this. Oh, it's actually back to 17 now. This stock's not acting badly. Anyway, at earnings, it was choking me. It was down to 180,000, 24,000, no, 28,000 shares short from an average price of 22, went to 28. I remember, right? Could have been someone, whatever. Chewy, Oracle lows, US highs to continue. Pizza halted, they pulled the bid. Airlines breaking lows. How about RCL? You know, it was the first transport week. You got it right. I could hear J Norm right through the screen. Royal Caribbean, Mike. You're right, J Norm. The first one to break. There it is. NCLH had earnings today. Take a gander. The airlines were looking good. They were. They still are. Might be early. But you know what? The market under pressure, by the way, they're not bad. I wouldn't be looking for any, I'm not looking for any HUT type of reversals. What is this thing? This thing. Who is the Mara guy? The Mara guy was buying $2 million worth of calls at the 50 day, right? He's down in it, but at least he's got the 200 day. But he doesn't have Bitcoin. IBIT. Inverse chart. Now, once again, Dale Pinker, that saves me, by the way, because these plays are pure. It might open down 10%, you know what I mean? But it might retest the 50 day and shake out the hands. Dale's good at that. My play king, he's good at that. All right, what's taking calls? Now, we see about Coach me the GLD play. Get it? GDX is taking calls. Okay, very well might bounce. Obviously, we all know the move has been made. I wouldn't be looking for nearly as much. And if you're wrong, you're probably going to be more wrong than you were from a night that if you took it long and got bailed out in the uptrend. Keep these in mind. Curious that if everything is so overvalued, the transports are higher. I don't know where we got that. Didn't we go over some airlines? Every airline's down in my book. Am I looking at the same freaking screen? Anyway, I am looking at the screen. They're down. Look at I don't like looking at the quotes. I get distracted. Earnings whispers, like I mentioned, AMD. Before the open, NVO, I sold it in the McDonald's. McDonald's is I put in TGH. That is the biggest restaurant bellwether. Not because it's the biggest restaurant bellwether, because the timing of when it's reporting and the sensitivity of all these other consumer stocks. That's going to be a short-term catalyst, McDonald's. NVO, I sold it. I took a fucking loss in this thing. I lost $2 in NVO. Look, you has earnings. Docking was taking monster calls the whole way up. Jingle, I know you're there. Humana, CCJ in the lemonade in the morning. SC, shit. Pardon me. I didn't know there would be this many. I have a couple, but I only have the majors. That's what, before the open, I gotta adjust here. I have a couple of solars, I'm not gonna lie to EMPH to be specific. That's before the open, NVO, Humana, where's Mickey D, UCCJ, AG Gold. No, AG Silver. Lemonade. SEDG. Oh my God. FERR, no. Mankind, no. Toyota Motor, no. Saber, no. Travel. Nobody in the bottom tier here I'm interested, not even for Thin Skinner. What is this? Okay. After the close. AMD, SMCI, ANET, A-Lab, Axon, Mara, Upstart, Kava. Ooh. KGC, Gold, Riven, Pins. Pins took a lot of calls, you know. Zeta, everyone's bagged, and that's a wise guy stock. Didn't work. Tem, Toast, Oust. My God, this is bigger and bigger. You know what? I don't know if I like this Oust. Go. Who's the vocal? Who's vocal? Let's see what freaking, what's his name? This guy's been quiet, boy. He just took a position CCJ the other day. This guy's in trouble. He's bagged ever. Now he's in trouble. He's doubling down on everything. Poor Jake, and he wrote it up good. He wrote it up good, but he's got everybody in this one bull. He's calling, I mean, he's bagged in bull badly. He's calling for the bull CEO to be fired, like it's going to make it different. Hey, look at this. Ether. No. More BMNR. Yeah. The second the guy from Weeble is fired. That's how bad he's calling for a CEO. When you're calling for a CEO to be fired because you're down in the stock price, you know what I mean? What else is there left? So Weeble, Jake. The same one in BMNR. Tomorrow's the flush. No, tomorrow. That's not even. Not even a third day down. This right here. If this little bar, this little bastard, wasn't there, then I'd start nibbling. But this is not third day down yet. BMNR. I'll trade it. I'm going to take money out of the market. Do I mean it's going back to 40? I don't know. Or 50? I don't know. Let's see how it goes. That's on the list. I is an EYE. Keep an eye on my BMNR is on the list. What else is on the list, guys? You bounced well. And this MPM will along a little of it. Stocks that are holding their moving averages. We brought up a couple of the airlines for a bounce. I know what I wanted to buy. Somebody told me to buy this today. Believe it or not. Camels. Somebody told me to buy that stuff. Thanks. It's bad enough I get. I'm in a 50-year-old broken Nokia cell phone company called Nokia. You want me to buy Campbell soup? Why don't I buy freaking Hertz? This poor guy Jake. He needs to spam. I actually like when he posts, but he doesn't sell. The public Jesus feed. First of all, I only follow 69 people. I added a couple recently. Only 69 people. Believe me, they're the best of the best to a degree within my realm, with general realm of high level opinions. You can always delete them. Always delete them. I wouldn't buy this sweet green. Are you freaking kidding me? I tried this stock. I actually made money in this stock. All right, let's write it down. Wait, listen. You know what? It worked in SFM. SFM, I traded okay. I caught the proverbial knife. Could have caught a little bit more in it. Same thing. Hold on. Doesn't look like a lot. It was. No, by the way, it was trading. That was after earnings. It was trading well. It was trading 72. $12 bounce. Doesn't look like a lot. Sweet green. McDonald's has earnings tomorrow, like I said. Hava, I'll look for that for a bouncer with the gap down. Doji, volume, trade. These are, by the way, there are better trades. Look what I'm doing now. I'm buying stocks that are getting hammered with gaps down into heavy volume, hoping. No, there are signals there for a bottom. But these are stocks that rip. Sweet green's not on my list. I got to buy. I'm not going to buy, 44,000 sweet green. This is not my style. I'd rather buy, 8,000 kava, make $1.50, $2. I'll be okay in it. I like trading big sweet green. Campbell soup. It's in the back of my head. And all the carnage out there, I'm thinking about buying a soup that makes tomato soup. Tomato soup. A freaking waste. All right, this guy's sharp. He's on DP. Some of tonight's earning movers. AMD, $19 move. Oh, SMCI 5. Oh my God. ANET, ALAB 26. And I'll tell you, you know what? I like the symbol. ALAB. Love the symbol. This the ALAB. $26 move. Mara, $1.50. Not enough. Kava has earnings tonight. Ooh, look at this. Speaking of the Kava devil. Kava. $7.50 move. And it's a $50 stock, and I'm gonna try seven move. So looking at a 12, 15% move in Kava. No problem. Right into McDonald's. I got plans. I don't know if they're gonna work. Bristol Myers. Decent entry point. We're talking Campbell Soup and Bristol Myers. I don't want to talk this way. Believe me, I want to be in MBIS as well. Trust me. Stock's only gone from 132 to 110 in 2 days. But we have to wait a little bit. Oh, you know what? I saw Costco going higher. Okay. You guys know I like this guy. It's a decent idea. And by the way, with this environment, it could move. I'm not going to say it's going to move like iron, and it's in the Costco family. And I looked at the chart. Here it is, right there. Restaurant stocks, huh? They're going to bag me. Look, eat. They're all trying to doji on the McDonald's news. Eat. Kava's got news. I'm going to trade that bastard. I'm going to tell you, I like the symbol. I trade it well. And scandal soup, they told me. You know, let's look into this thing. It's at the year low. Okay. It's well overbought, not even oversold. Okay. It's near the 30 strike. These are things that pop into my head. 30 strike price. If they flip the chart up, reversed it, would you be long this thing aggressively? So why am I going to be? But insiders, insiders, gobbling up stock. Everybody, even an Italian, Kelly Palumbo. Are you single, Kelly? How you doing? I shouldn't be bringing that up. That's it. That's irresponsible. Hurts. This is the one today. Travel stock. Car. Maybe the airlines will bounce. Well, which one do we think of it? Delta, UAL, Delta, ALK crushed. ALK looks like freaking sweet green and Kava. Then you go to the better breeds, UAL. Delta, actually, I like Delta better. LUV has too much of a Boeing overhang. Don't like it. Other airlines, what's that one J Norm likes? UCTT? Is that it? No. Oh, whatever. What's this thing? This thing's getting a lot of action. TE. TE's taking action. Energy. TE. You know what was strong this morning? The rhymes with TE and FE. It was up big in FE. Like $1.70 last night. Are you making any sense? Jeff, I know about the QS. I tried to tell you, at least it bounced a little bit. Still taking calls, by the way. It had that negative Barron's article. Listen, we talked about QS. I get it. Uh, it's not over. You know, this is not like getting stuck in sweet green or if it doesn't work. It's still the new. I get it, but QS. I just think you have to, with something like QS or that type of trade, you really have to reevaluate what you're looking for short and long term. Schlumberger, you know, Jeff, when I say things and everybody else, when I say the best advice is we're here to make money and not be right, maybe that's my excuse for not being smart enough to be able to figure things out. I don't know many people that can. I know that the market is designed to fool as many people as possible at one time. That's my excuse for being ignorant, maybe, or ignorance is bliss. Lines and letters. I really took it. If I mean, if I had reverberated back to my friend that's that freaking that's a uh, stealth fighter pilot, flies a stealth bomber. breaks the speed of sound like I'm making a coffee. And he thinks I'm nuts for having 6, 7 figure swings. The guy's got responsibility. Alexander, I think it's good. I have too long winners and give up too much. Jane Norm, you hold winners nicely. I'm going to tell you, and that what I learned from. I got the new question from Alex. I got you, brother. Thank you for asking about the Qs and the spies. I'm not going to forget it. Jane Norm, I had to put. I was seething when I sold EOS. Seething. And you held it for like another 20, 30%. I noted that trade. That was a good hold. You can't beat yourself over that. Maybe that EOS hold will offset the QS. Either way, okay. How about this? Either way, you have a very good stock picker. Alexander Reinmuth, good morning. Ask the question, probably the one question I'm not very good at. And if you look at my position page, and I show it all the time regularly, I'm not a very good index trader. I don't really even have the indices. And I did post this in TradeGateHub. The Qs have gaps. 618, 42. That's one gap. And the other one's 611. Right here. So now, I mean, I have just like I said, when I go to, I have people. I have a couple of people that I trade with the futures. Coach is one of them, Adam Mancini. The guy's one of the best futures traders out there. And I went to him. Where is he? Walter. He's one of the best institutional traders of all time. So I looked at him. What is he doing? Qs would have to decline. There's the gaps on the Qs. That's my target generally. I'm not that focused on them. I think I should be more. That's where I look at the Qs at least. The spies, it's really predicated upon the rotation. Hope I did you justice. I'm a better stock picker. Scaling in and out. Yeah. I will say one thing, Jane Norm. I don't know what you're doing before this. I think your parameters have stretched appropriately. I think you learn more about yourself, at least what you communicate with me. Yeah. One of the best futures traders out there, Adam. Please follow everybody. Look, okay. I follow Adam. We all follow all the daddies. All right, there's his level on the ES, 67.98. I gave you a couple of levels on the Qs. To reiterate, reminder, AMD, ANET, everybody, including this morning, more tomorrow morning, market moving, macro, McDonald's, CCJ, Humana, NVO. Tonight's a little bit more tech related, AMD, ANET, SMCI, ALab, Mara, Upstart, Pins. Let's go back to Pins. It feels like A-Lab to me. It's all, see, these stocks going into numbers, and I try to make sense of A-Lab, which could pop below the moving averages and then to the down channel. Believe me, I got that memorized in my head. This feels like moving average congestion, you know what I mean? It feels like, and that's what it feels like. with pins. I'm gonna catch this Kava. I'm gonna catch it. I'm telling you, I'm gonna catch it. I'll be trading this. I'll post the trades. It doesn't end at 4:01 Eastern. Just starts. Yeah, we're talking about another one. Jay Norman and I. We're intelligent people. We're talking about Vegas travel. There it is. Where's Caesars? How about what did those? Let's talk about it. Caesars. Did cat bounce? Yeah, it did. Big deal. MGM, same thing. Blah blah blah. And I have an answer to that. You want to know why Win is doing? I asked somebody this. You want to know why Win is doing so well in LVS? Same thing. Such a bifurcated market, bifurcated situation. These other ones, Caesars, they're for the less fortunate, if you will, or less consume MGM. Win and LVS are high end. I don't know what I would do. I'm the middle guy. I'm not the middle guy. XOP, oil and gas stocks. It's rare for Helene. She's usually good. She's usually good. XOP doesn't look bad. Oil and gas stocks. Schlumberger. Back under the 200. Albert. CRK. Oh, CRK. Can I tell you something? You want to sell? I'll go on the record. You see this HPK? As long as I'm bottom fishing even the soup sector, I'm not saying build a position in it. These are worth lotto calls. Tell me that's a company that's worth lotto calls. BMNR is on the list tomorrow, right? UUU, MP, Kava, Consumer Staples, XOP now. HIMS, let's see what that did. FCX taking calls. How is this happening? Am I watching the same thing? In the midst of all the carnage, transports just made a new high on the day. Are we watching the same sector? Do I see UAL down $5? Am I insane? Something's coming up. I didn't think it was down that much. Lift. I tried to hold on with the Uber news. Uber, look at Uber's at the high and Lyft's at the low. Fuckers. Higher lows. Market's not in squeeze mode anymore. That's the problem, you know? Yeah, there's another one. Transports are flying, right? By the way, look, Bristol Myers, decent one. Puts them away. That's it. That goes, I have a list that says late. Like late moves at the end. It's all about the close. Hedge funds takes positions at the close. Pikers trade the open. What was I gonna say? Don't make me look at UPS. Oh, so I bought, so yeah, I know my point. Transports are flying. Transports are flying. Okay, no problem. MCLH. I'm long it. And stock's down 20%. What transports are flying? UPS? What the fuck is going? Excuse me. I'm oh, you FedEx. CSX. Do I got to go to rails? The VIX closing right. See this blue, the blue, right on the 50-day, 34.42. Top left, what's going up? That's what's breaking high on my generic screen. Coke, Ryan, Fitbit, Orly Auto Parts. Orly. First of all, why are my destinations working? BTU breaking high. AXTI breaking high. What is this thing? Where are destinations? ARCA. Okay. ARCA. View. Local set. I want ARCA as my main destination. Okay. Now what we will do here is we will save layout. This is what's going on. Hold on. Sorry about this. I saw a transport go higher on my corner of my eye. This is a dead cat bounce. Nothing's going up. MGM, Exxon higher. They're gonna make me do it. They're gonna make me take an oil? Really? Devin? No. Apache? No. Murphy Oil? No. You? No, no, no. Intel? No. Decent short, Intel. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take some coffee. Oh, it's only down 22 cents. I can't do that. BM&R. Where the hell's this thing? Bullish. I took it off my screen. It's bullish for you people. When I take it off the screen, I don't want it. It's bullish. Not my price though. 40 strike price, triple bottom, worth an entry. At this level, it's not the bottom. I have my scanner on the left. I have a scanner no one sees. I'll do it. I'll enter it PMNR. I'm in it. We're in it. I bought 800. Now, let's analyze the trade. I obviously want it to close below this low here with the volume. Above it, that means. What is this low right here? Top left. The low there, you'll see that the legend on the top left. The low, 42.71. No, that's incorrect. 40.34. Over 40.34 we had. That's that low. Now, looking at it again. Not again, believe me, catch it. Now I got the gap to worry about. So is there that much juice in it? Right here you want to. That's the, that was the gap down with the range. So if it does close below above that 40.34, it's still got to work to that 41.23, and that's if crypto goes your way, then it's got. I'm not really that sure about it. You know what I mean? This is pure. Why am I not in Hertz? As pure as they come. If a chart, first of all, whatever. Remember this. On my reputation, whatever it may be. Stock that does that and goes up and gaps and stays, bullish. I've been short this thing a million times. It gaps up. That type of chart. Chasing these things. Lift. Here. WVE and CLA just got nothing. And what's going? Oh, this is a stock I might want. This one I like. I know the stock. Southwest Gas Holdings. That's an energy stock. That's a sexy stock. You want a stock? What else goes to mind? What's the other one? It's OVV. Look at this thing. AMD, SMCI, A-Lab, Mara. Pins in the morning. CCJ. I hope it works. I hope it works for the people. I hope it works for the people. I'm not going to do it either. Lemonade, I hope it works for Jeff. Jane Army in this lemonade still. Stop. That stock's in trouble. I know the stock well. I need money on the way up, the way down, all around. Oust. Traded after hours. Sexy stock. Hertz. They're going in Hertz. Nokia. Bearish activity? All right, I'll leave it there. Jose, way to hang in there. Tradeview Markets. Trade. I'll be here. Ask questions. Get in the room. Still have some lemonade. Good luck, Jeff. I hope it goes to 100. I swear it does. If you didn't own lemonade now, would you buy it? That's what you do to the stock.